Hi. Where am I looking? I've got two cameras and I've got to look somewhere. Hi there. It's Woodhouse. Man, I keep wanting to say Woodhouse 204 and it's not anymore. I changed my channel name to Woodhouse RPG. It's Woodhouse here. Hi. We are going to be playing some Front Mission First Remake, which it's going to be an interesting one. So anyone who's been on the channel before, I've had some thoughts and concerns about the state of this particular game. I've reached out to Forever Entertainment, the developers of Front Mission, quite a few times to try and get us some official word. Obviously, I'm a tiny YouTuber, so they didn't respond. But they did give me a stream key so that I could stream the game, and that's why we're here today. I learned a couple of things. First of all, this is a very authentic remake, which takes almost no chances from the original game. And two, my capture card is a piece of shit. My capture card, my capture card, I need a new one. Quite frankly, it's scary how bad it is. I'm just going to take a quick minute to check that everything is in order, because I don't want to be talking to myself the entire time without being able to hear myself using the right audio. What microphone are we using here? What mic are we using, eh? Properties. No, that should be the right one. Let's take a quick listen. Properties. That should be the right one. Let's take a quick listen. Okay, great. It's running. Things are happening. Now then, am I best off doing it here or there, I wonder? Cool. Okay. We'll start at 3. I want to make sure that people who I put a channel statement out on my community tab to say that I'll be streaming from 3, so I'll be doing so. I suppose I can always use the YouTube editing software to cut this out later on. I've never really used it because it doesn't strike me as being particularly great, but in case like this I can see it being useful. Oh dear. How's everybody doing? I know nobody's here yet, so I'm saying, how's everybody doing to myself? I've spent the last hour trying to get this thing set up properly. It's been an absolute piece of crap. I wish this would just release straight away on the PC, because trying to capture Switch footage is a pain in the ass. I just need to make sure everything's still working there. Okay. There is maybe a 1.5 second delay on the gameplay from what I can see and what you guys can see over there. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, I need a new graphics card. New graphics card. I definitely don't need a new graphics card. I need a new capture card. But unfortunately, with the way things are at the moment, I am skint. I am broke. I have no money to my name. And it's going to be a tough Christmas, honestly. I also have a cold, which is fantastic. This seems to happen every single time that I have something going on where I need to be in front of a camera. Every time that there's a new game that's coming out, or something important that I want to cover, some bullshit gets in the way of it, and honestly, I'm kind of sick of it. And today is no exception. My daughter had a cold last week, to which I immediately went, oh great, this is going to turn up when I need to stream. And here we are. So, it's going to be 3 o'clock in a minute, and we'll get started then. Yeah, so we're going to try and play as much of this as we can today. I am off for today, tomorrow, and Friday, so hopefully we can get quite far. The idea being to get all the way through the game, then I will probably make a video on the state of the game and how I feel about it. I've got a good idea now, and I'll probably share some thoughts as we go through, but yeah. Alright, let's get started. Hi there everybody, it's Woodhouse here. We are going to be playing some front mission first, and we are going to be playing as... No, we're not going to play the tutorial. The tutorial, by the way, if you're interested, is the exact same tutorial that is in the DS port of the game. I can't actually remember if this is new or if this was in the DS port. There's a difficulty setting. We'll go with default for now. I've played the Karen intro mission and the first mission after that, and the game seems quite easy. So I'm not sure if we can change the difficulty, but this is what is supposed to be the default. So considering how everything else that I've seen so far is very sort of like legitimate, that is very much as the original game was, apart from obviously the way it looks. I would imagine that the difficulty is the same. It doesn't feel like it, but towards the end of the game, like, there are definitely times when some of the missions could get tricky. So we're going to be playing the OCU because that's what we are used to. I'm definitely used to. That's one thing that I have seen that is different, by the way. I'll see if I can... Nope, that's the wrong thing. I would like to move my face. There we go. Yeah, one thing I've definitely seen, and I'm not certain about, is the confirm. The confirm, you would just imagine it would just be the A button to confirm things. But no, you got to take a specific, like, X button confirm. Which, if you're not familiar with the Switch, is just the top button. It's the top button up here. Very odd. Not sure about that one. I suppose it's to stop people from just just getting through things that they're not supposed to. Yeah, this is very similar to the original game. Obviously, the graphics look different, but the way that the setup is, it's line for line. Everything looks the same. I'm not too keen on the sort of like... I'm not sure how well you can see it on this, but the borders around all the text have this sort of like diagonal sort of letterboxing sort of going on, and it kind of messes with my eyes a little bit, which I'm not happy about. But yeah, I released a video earlier on today about the intro to the game. The intro is exactly the same to the original SNES version. It obviously looks different. It's been remade, but it looks very similar. The thing I'm not happy about is that the transition, in the original transition, it had like a little spiffy thing that would like go to the title screen. I think it was using mode 7, if anyone remembers what that is. It was a special chip on the SNES that allowed it to do some sort of graphical rotation. And in this case, it would like bring the text up from the bottom to the title card. But in this, it's kind of weird. It does exactly the same things that the original SNES version did. And then right at the end, where it's supposed to go to the title card, it just fades to black. Which would be fine, but the music that's playing just cuts dead. It doesn't fade down. It doesn't sort of like, come to a nice conclusion. It just stops right in the middle of whatever noise was being made. It's like it's really badly edited. I'm not happy about that, but the rest of it looks fine. I've also got to say, by the way, like, you'll get a good feel for some of the, I won't say jank so much. Just that when the Wanzars go up and down terrain, they have like a little jumping motion. It's kind of like a boop, sort of like with their arms. It looks weird, honestly. You'll see it quite in a sec. So, oh, I forgot to change this. So, in the options, the options have. I'm using the wrong controller here. This green controller here has drift on it. So, if you're wondering why my controller drifts off, that's why. But yeah, in the options, so I was very adamant on having like a fast forward button for especially for enemy turns. Enemy turns would have been like so good, but so you get options, and the options aren't a fast forward button that you can control yourself. They are, you can skip movement, and you can skip the battle exchange. And I have both of those on right now. I just wanted to see what it was like. And it kind of takes all the fun out of it. It is faster. It's definitely faster. It just, you don't get to see any of the exchanges happen. I think the sweet spot is probably going to be that you keep the movement skipped, but the exchange is on. The exchanges look really good, by the way. I think they're probably one of the best things about this remake. But oh yeah, if anyone's watching this who hasn't seen Front Mission first before, this is a scripted event. Karen is supposed to get blown up there. So, you know, if you're wondering if like how could Woodhouse have done better here? No, it's supposed to happen. So. I gotta say, by the way, the new design for Driscoll's Wanzar, I don't like it. I feel like the old giant shoulders Wanzar that he had from the original game is much better than this sort of like... He kind of just looks like a regular Wanzar. He's bigger, you know, than the others, but otherwise he just looks exactly the same, and it's kind of a letdown, honestly. So, it is unfortunate. I much prefer... Wow, that's a good stack. I much prefer the original design from the SNES, where like Driscoll's Wanzar is just like the widest boy you have ever seen. Just the widest boy. One thing I have noticed, and I'm not sure how this compares to the original game, defending is very strong at the beginning of the game. I'm not. So when I first played this game, I didn't use that ability. I was pretty lax with it, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, once we finish this introductory fight, I'll put everything back on for the next mission, and you'll see what I mean. Like, I mean, this goes pretty speedy as things are right now. These things are quite fast. Like it's going quite quickly. But when you put everything back, which you kind of need, because I mean, this isn't exactly the most, you know, exciting gameplay you'll ever see. It's kind of a problem. You need something, because otherwise these might as well just be, you know, numbers on a screen, rather than the graphical representation that you're supposed to be seeing. So, nice. Yeah, you'll notice that Driscoll is not attacking us right now, which is good, because he would wreck us. Wow, Ryuji 2 for 2 there, just soloing guys with one attack. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me if at some point I need to like cough or, you know, lose control, because my throat is killing me at the moment. The other thing I wanted to see was if we would still have these text info dumps in the game. We totally do. I was kind of hoping we'd see more than just this. You know, I understand that they want a faithful representation of the original game. I get that. But these could be added to. You could just have like some slides behind the text to give some flavor, some information, because there are definitely some things that happen later on in the game where some of that could really be used to enhance. Like, okay, this is here, but I'm pretty sure, like in the original game, this was here as well, or some representation of it, some SNES representation of what's going on here. But this is, I think this might be the only one, the only time we see like, you know, even this still image cutscene. Actual proper cutscenes, I would love to see. I'd love to see, you know, more care and attention put into to try and improve the experience, because I know a lot of people are out there who are like, oh yeah, the original game's amazing, and I like the setting, I like the Wanzars, I like all of that, and the story definitely has some great points to it, but the original game, and this one too, because it's so faithful to it, could be so much better. The game is really slow. The skills that your characters learn, I haven't got to the point obviously yet where you get the option for different skills, and they could be different. I hope that they are, because having, I think it's what, 9 skills available to you for everybody is kind of crap. It's not good enough. It makes for a bad experience. Are we going to lose this? I'm pretty sure you can lose this battle, so that would be pretty interesting. Dang, okay. We're going to lose. You've lost the match. I've never seen that before. I've never lost this fight. Oh my god. Looks like you've lost your edge. No matter, we'll get you back in shape. Right? Oh, come on. I would have liked to have seen more than just one line of dialogue where it's just like, Jesus Christ, what happened to you, man? I commanded the Canyon Crows, mercenary group affiliated with the OCU. Like, Roy, as ever, is unfazed by anything. The guy's like, well, he's just lost his fiancée, so it happens. This is exactly the same as if you win the fight, just the one line is different. You should be recruiting the Sutherland. Oh dear. Huh, I actually thought that the music was dying down because we got to an important part of the conversation. No, it just ran out. Everything's fine, we're just talking about your dead fiancé. Yeah! Yeah, so basically, you know, Royd, our main character here, was told to go to the facility that we went to before Karen died. We were ordered to do it, and because we were there and things went south, we got dishonorably discharged. And now Olsen is here to recruit us for his mercenary group. So, I mean, a lot of you will probably recognize this. This is the real thing yard. I actually quite like these backgrounds. I think they've done a really good job with changing these. They look cool. The coolest one though is this one. I really like this. I like the fact that the parts are just hanging from the ceiling, because you know these things must weigh like several tons. It's like having double-decker buses just hanging from the ceiling. How safe would you feel having these? Because me, I would not want to walk anywhere near them. So as I've said before, like the game is very, very much authentic to the original. In that, so far, I mean, I could be wrong about this. The game could change a few things, but yeah. So one of the other things that I wanted to see changed is having sort of like a quick layout button, or not even a button, but just something that would mean I wouldn't have to set up my character every single time for each setup. Let's say I had 12 Wanzars, which you do get it later on in the game, and I wanted them all to have the same setup. It wouldn't be that difficult to just have, like, you know, a loadout save or something. You know, that would be pretty cool. It's not here. It isn't here so far. Maybe that will change. I hope it does, but it hasn't so far. In the one mission that I've done. Oh, that was something I actually need to have some pointers on. And if anyone is in the chat and wants to run me through these, then please do so. But there are hidden missions that you can do, and I don't think I got to any when I played the game. And most of them take place by, like, either... There's definitely some that you have to go to the bar, like here, to get access to. And there might be some that you have to go to the arena and do arena battles. I'm unsure about that. But you definitely can get some bonus missions done. I mean, this looks nice. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure that the image that was in the intro is basically this same Wanzar that's on the right here, just blacked out. They just took all the contrast and brightness out of it. So they're reusing assets like a pro. For all my nitpicking, I mean, it could be the same in the SNES version. So one of the other obvious changes is the character art, and I really like the new changes. I feel like they're a lot more. How should I put this? The ones in the original, the character art done by the Final Fantasy artist, who I respect his work. I just never have liked it. I just think it's not very good. I mean, when you see the which side you want to choose, which campaign to do, that's still the same artwork. It just doesn't do anything for me. I mean, you can be upset by that, obviously, it's your opinion, but it just never worked for me. I always thought that the characters didn't look... They looked more fantasy-like than they should be in a game based on giant mechs and robots, but we'll see. Ah yes, JJ and Keith. By the way, in my playthrough, JJ and Keith became completely useless and I didn't use them. So, Boom Shankafu, good name. I'm not so far in, but I've not been given any bonus missions at the bar, but I missed some out. Also, the military ward seems to just want to go to the next main mission. Yeah, at the beginning of the game, I'm pretty sure that's just how it goes. But there are definitely some later on where you get the option to do other missions. The funny thing is, though, at first glance, I really like these water effects. They look cool, and they've obviously, you know, done some work to make them look realistic. But to me, they kind of just look like they belong in a diorama. Like, you know, the scale on everything just kind of looks like that they should be miniature. It's miniature water. For these miniature little... I mean, this could be a D&D campaign, is what I'm trying to say, is that, like, this is all miniature. We could all be doing this. First time playing this, so I'm clueless about the game, enjoying it so far. It's a cool game. Oh, I forgot to change the options. Damn it. We won't actually be seeing any proper engagements here, which sucks. I apologise. Now then. We've got one dude down there. 3 over there. I forget. There is meant to be a map, isn't there? I've actually forgotten how you access the map. Ah, can we change the... Yes, there we go. Alright. So we keep... I'll tell you what, I'll take instant movement off as well so that people can get an idea of what it's like. There's the map. I remember saying I would never use this, and I'm pretty sure I won't as well, because the map could be useful. This free roaming camera, this is actually decent. I'm very happy that they actually put this in. It's just so much better than in the original SNES game and in the Nintendo DS port. Wait, I'm sure right. So I submitted it, but I didn't apply it like that. Very odd. Right. That should be back on now. There we go. So we'll put it on for this mission, but the movement of the Wanzars isn't that important. You can definitely make do with like having it off. But these are nice. I kind of like these. Yeah, the funny jump motion that the Wanzars have is herky jerky. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. Another reason to just have the movement turned off is that they don't look that great when they do it. When they change height. But yeah, like I said, like it might not be that way later on in the game. But as of right now, guarding is very, very strong in this game. Whee! Just sails on right on path. No, I'm trying to make sure I find. No. Okay, so it's only Royd right now that has a long range to attack. Which kind of sucks, to be honest, but whatever. Nice. Okay. So if you've never played the game before and you're wondering like why we have like 4 energy bars, that's one of the main features of this game. Like it or loathe it, that's how this game is. When you go into attack, you have the option to either defend, which, you know, I'm going to do here because when you're not attacking, you don't get to go first. Weird. Unless you've got a skill. There is a skill that allows you to do that. And when you don't attack first, you're much more likely to take damage. Obviously, if Keith were to kill this Missileer, there would be no counter damage, which would be, you know, really nice. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so you have 4 energy bars, each of them taking the place of one of your Wanzar's body parts. The body, the arms, and the legs. And as you destroy each one, you get bonuses afflicted with each. Obviously, you know, if you destroy their legs, they can't move as fast. If you destroy their arms, they can't attack with those. And if you destroy their body, which has the highest defenses usually, then they just stop working. They blow up. Oh, great. Okay, I didn't realize he Keith had that. As much use as it did, anyway. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, by the way, the combat. Oh, I should have defended there, but whatever. The combat in this game is interesting. It's also one of the main flaws of the game, in my opinion, just because it's completely random what everything hits. There is a skill you can get later on that makes you have a choice in what you can hit, and that is very, very good. So because that attacker has no arms left, it can't attack us anymore, which is very handy, because we can just do this and attack for free. So, But yeah, it's entirely random the way that the damage is dictated. I am not using a Piz for that. So the ammo that you have for your short range attacks is unlimited. I should probably preface this properly. There are 3 types of attacks. There's melee, which you do with your punches, and you can get specialized weapons that end up being melee range. You have short range attacks, which are the machine guns, which most people have been using so far. And then there's long range attacks. So you have shoulder mounted rockets that you can get, but they have a limit. They're extremely effective because they do lots of damage, and the enemy cannot counterattack them, which is great. Because as you notice, like most of the times when you attack things, they get to counter, which can be absolutely dreadful, especially with some of the harder like attacking units in the game. But with long range attacks, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, we can use that. But yeah, the drawback obviously is you only get, I think with this first type, we get two attacks with those. And I think we just use them all up. And 2 of them missed. So half of them missed. But later on in the game, like you get stat upgrades and blah, 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 blah. That doesn't happen as much later on in the game. But right now, like to miss an attack like that is kind of devastating, honestly. So I think everybody gets the point. By the way, next turn I will turn off the movement ability just so we can get through this quicker. Honestly, the speed of the game is maybe the worst thing about it. I think that the game has, I think it's something like 24 missions. So it's not a long game by any stretch of the imagination by the stuff that's going on. It's just the fact that there we go. It's just the fact that battles take so long to do. When I first played this game, I had it on original Nintendo DS hardware, and the way I managed to get through it, because I've played this game a few times, the original anyway. The way I got through it was on an emulator, and the main reason I did that was because you can just fast forward that bad boy. You can just like, oh, the enemy's moving, spacebar. I'm just gonna get through this as quickly as possible. That was one of the reasons why I was so adamant that that they needed a fast forward button in this new release. A fast forward button in this would have been fantastic. Like, I've seen what my character does. Fast forward, great. Just get through this. I want my next turn. Good. I was all ready to just go, oh, mine misses when I long range attack, but theirs hits. Luckily that didn't happen. I should have guarded. I do like how the arm just drops the shotgun, by the way. I think that's pretty cool. So one thing I don't think I've shown you yet, if you haven't played the game before, is that you get the characters, these pilots, have their own individual stats. Damn it, Ryuji. Yeah, so the way that you use them, let's see if we can see that. Yeah, on the left here you can see Primrose, which is the name of the Wanzar here, and Natalie in Primrose. Phrasing. And those are her 4 stats, I should say, for melee, short, long, and dodge, and the total number of her skills added together. The more you use a particular type of stat, the better at it they become, which is, very strange. I'm moving here. I'm waiting for them to come to me, so I can attack them with 2 of my guys and they can't attack me. Wow, this guy. God damn it. Yeah, so you can actually have it where, you know, your characters can specialize in specific types of combat. And from what I understand it, because I didn't quite play the game that way, you're supposed to specialize into short-range combat. Just because at the end of the game, there are certain weapons you can get that become absolutely stupidly broken. Alright, I'm just going to attack the commander because he's being annoying. Oh crap, okay. That ended well. Yeah, so I didn't play that way. I didn't specialize in short range combat. I actually, for a certain amount of the game, I actually specialized in melee combat with at least 3 or 4 of my units. And that might have been to my detriment, honestly. Wow, the commander actually is going to be a pain in my ass, isn't it? Oh, interesting. I can't attack the commander. I'm too close, apparently. There we go. Yeah, so it hit but did 0 damage. Fantastic. Yeah, so I didn't specialize my characters in a way that was optimal, obviously. I very rarely do, to be quite honest. But some of my friends who played the game as well did, and they found that playing short range, hey, that pays off at the end. Because at the moment, long range seems like it's really, really strong. You do lots of damage when it hits, and the payoff is good because there's no counter-attack damage to worry about. That falls off. Like at the late game, you'll be finding that your short range characters, this type of attack will just demolish people. Oh, nice, we got a level up. So I'm curious to see if there will be any difference with the way that the game is now as to how it was then, in terms of the leveling mechanics, or, you know, how much damage things do. As of right now, I feel like there probably isn't any difference. So yeah, that's not to say, by the way, that the original game is dead easy. There were definitely times when I lost in the original game, just because you can definitely get into situations. So if you look at the terrain where we're in now, there's lots of grasslands around it, and there's definitely times when you think you're taking up a great position. But let's take a... hang on. This map. So these sections that are inaccessible here, you think you can be taking up a position where Vroid is here and be able to attack, like, this character, because, you know, you still have your long-range missiles available, and you won't be able to. But somebody who's in this position will be able to. It just seems... these controls. There were definitely times when I felt like I was in a position to attack, and I'd built up to do that. You know, I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm going to save my character, he's in trouble, and I'm still going to get my counter-attack off. But no, what actually happened was I'd gone completely the wrong way and just, like, ended up losing characters because... No, I'd like to attack the commander, thank you. Because the commander, honestly, right now is kind of kicking my ass. Yeah, there were definitely times when I thought I was set up in a good position, and it didn't work out for me at all. Damn, that was a good turn. Yeah, as I said before, like, I fell really hard off of Keith and JJ. They became completely useless to me later on in the game, but who knows? Maybe this time will be different, and Keith and JJ will be MVPs. I'm gonna have Royd come over here and repair his body there. So, front mission first. and I'm pretty certain this version as well is one of those games where if the main character dies, then it's game over. If any of the other characters die, you get a minus penalty to the money that you get when you finish the mission, which can become an issue later on in the game. But early on in the game, like, money is not super duper important. You never really run out. But later on in the game, that really changes, or at least in the original it did. This version could be completely different, but from everything else that I've seen, this game is very much pulling the same moves as the original. So I would imagine it's not much different. Keith is actually being a legend right now. It's very surprising. Oh, acid. That's interesting. I don't think I remember them ever using acid in the original game. Huh. Okay. Oh, and I still have a Piz left over. Okay. And of course, I don't think Voids actually hit anything. Those entire things have been completely useless. Nice! Finally! Well done, Ryuji. Hey, that green color that he has is really working out for him. Natalie's full on health again, so we can get her there. She can take over position now that Ryuji's covered in alien blood leakage. Don't know why I said that. That's gross. But there we go. Oh dear. So close. I don't think anything, very barely anything has hit Keith so far. He's been our MVP in this map, which I never thought I would say. Yeah, those of you who have played the game before, the original, will note just how whilst this still is quite a slow experience, and you can imagine how much slower it is when there are 12 units each side. Maps can take like an hour, a full hour to do, or in the original they did. In this version, yeah, you see, I probably shouldn't have done that, obviously. But the difference in terrain was too great so that my character was not able to attack, which sucks. There we go. Now I can attack. Yep, distance is too great. Nice. I suppose at least it's fair. My characters keep missing, so, and theirs keep missing as well, so at least there's that. I do find it funny though that all the Wanzars are left-handed, by the way. They only have one weapon available to them, and they're all on the left-hand slot. I mean, I'm left-handed too, so I'm completely fine with it. I'm curious, by the way, anyone watching now, like, apart from, obviously, Boom Shankapoo, still a great name, have you bought the game, or are you just planning on watching somebody to play it? Are you looking for maybe a... Nice, okay. Are you perhaps maybe going to wait, see what people think, see what reviews come out about it? I'm not even sure anyone's actually covering it, honestly. Which I'm kind of disappointed about, because I like the game. And it's been too long since we've had a front mission game. But I feel like this isn't going to be one of those that's picked up by IGN to review. I suppose it gives more of an opportunity for someone like me to do one. and I might just do one. I might just, you know, after we get through today's stream, I might make a quick look, you know, a video of my impressions so far. But yeah, I'm curious what other people think about the game too. Yep, so you get the idea that Keith's kind of a cowboy. JJ's okay, actually. I feel like JJ, whilst he follows Keith into his crazy ideas, he actually seems like an alright dude. I'll be back in a sec, I just need the loot. I'm back. One of the main issues with having a cold, I tend to drink a lot more, which is always an issue when you are needing the loot. Alright, so the Colonel has asked us to report to the military ward in New Milgam. Okay. So here we are, like, we finished, we get our rewards for killing everybody. And obviously, if you lose any Wanzars in that fight, you would get less money. You would get a fair put against you. But yeah, I'm wondering if... I need to look it up. I would imagine they aren't going to have added any new missions in to this game. We're going to press B to enter the town. Very interesting. But yeah, I would imagine there aren't actually any new missions, so I need to look at a guide and make sure that we cover all of the extra missions, see that everything's in there that's supposed to be. I'm not sure I like the way that the Wanzar dealer looks, though. His something about his beard and his hair kind of looks off. It kind of looks like there should be more detail in it than there is. But yeah, as you can see, we've got, like, you know, where we once had just the one Wanzar to take care of, now there are 5. And whilst we can set up, you know, weapons and what have you, yeah, there's a melee attack, short, multi-purpose. Ah, yes, that's the grenade launcher type that you can get. Yeah, I'd love for there to be like some way to just have the. Sorry, I'm just seeing what options are. Is that an upgrade to what I already have? I feel like I already have to. It must be, because I'd already... It would be at 0 if it were exactly the same. Right, currently equipped the Raptor. I want the Grave. Okay. Yep, I always want the bone. I want the bone. Hardy har har. But yeah, there's not even like a quick way to change between characters. Like I have to go all the way back out to the vehicles so that I can then go to parts. It's like it's a whole process for every single one. Like it's such a drag. At least they've made it so that the weapons, all the best stuff is at the top rather than having to go all the way from the stuff that you've already seen to go all the way to the bottom. So all the new items they got added to the bottom of the list. So each time you had to go all the way through. Whereas it looks like in this game, it's all at the top. The new stuff's at the top, which actually is better. So I'm thankful for that at least. So the Zeke is currently equipped. But I think Grave is better. So I'm going to try and do what I did in the last time I played this game. The last time I played, I tried to have a few people long, a few people melee, a few people short. I will change that slightly. I will have most people short-ranged. And I'll have Natalie as a long-range character. And Mei Hua as a melee character. And I'll see how the game plays out with those two different characters playing the different roles. Because I'm pretty sure they will be exactly the same as the original was. As much as that sucks, like, I get it. They want to be faithful to the people that play these games, and the people that play these games like the way the game was. So changing that is not a good move for them. So well, let's concentrate on weapons here first. And see how much money I've got left. I get the impression I'm not going to have very much. It's over on weight. That's fine. We'll go with that for now. Okay. I mean, they've got something right. They haven't changed the music either. For the most part, I kind of like some of the music in this, especially the shop music. One of the other things I've noticed, by the way, is that some of the text is different as well. It's not just a direct, like... Oh, hey, Nihil. I would say it's not. Honestly, it's not. I would have liked to have seen more differences. But I understand why they've stuck with the original. It's just I don't think the mechanics from the... I don't think the mechanics from the original game are... I don't think they live up to the modern day standards, honestly. So they needed to change some things to make this comparable to, you know, any other tactics game that gets made these days. I mean, look, this has come out about the same time as Tactics Ogre Reborn. You can't say that the games stack up particularly favourably for Front Mission. Okay, they have an aesthetic for people who like robots and mechs, but in the way that the mechanics work, it's not even close. Like, you know, that game has moved on. That game has had like a lot of time and effort put into it to make it more palatable to a younger people. And I just don't feel like the same could be said about this, unfortunately. It's just too... There's the odds. That's what I was looking for. So, for anyone who's watching that, you know, hasn't seen... Really? I don't have that? Okay. Who hasn't seen the game before, you can go to the arena like this and attempt to win, you know, these fights and make some money. And obviously, when you do that, you can buy more stuff in the shop for your Wanzars. And later on in the game, it becomes essential that you do this. The problem is that when I was playing this in a my emulator version, I didn't have to worry about like losing. I could just like, oh, I lost. Okay, I'll just load my save data and do it again. The same cannot be said here. So, you know, it's not ideal. Yeah, aesthetically, this is up my alley, but I gotta say, Tactics Ogre is a superior game in pretty much every way. But I'm still gonna play the hell out of it. I enjoy big, slumpy robots. I'm the same. I love robots. I love me some Gundams. I love Code Geass, you know, NGE. That is horrible to see, but I love big robots. If this game wants to, you know, appeal to that aspect of it, great. It's doing that. Wow. Yeah, I did lose the match. Holy shit. Yeah, now my funds are gone. See? That sucks. I mean, you could just like, you know, save and load through this and do that manually, but you can't. I mean, you can, but it's such a pain in the ass to do it. It just isn't worth it. What do I need to do again? Yeah. Okay, I need to leave. But getting back to the conversation, like there are lots of other tactics games that came out this year, and they've all been looked at, and they've all been like made to serve a modern audience, and I just feel like this hasn't. I love the aesthetic. I like the visuals for the most part. I like that they've, you know, changed the look of the character art just a little bit. But in terms of the mechanics, it's really slow. It's still really slow. It still has the same issues that the original game had from when it was the SNES version. And you know, you can put out an authentic like version like this, and I would imagine this first one will probably still fine. But I'm not sure people would stick around for the second and third versions of this. Which is a problem, because those games get better, from what I understand. I haven't played Front Mission 2, by the way. I've only played this game and a little bit of Front Mission 3. But I need to go this way, don't I? Sorry, I need to remember how to do this, because if you don't go this way to this guy here, he will die, and he will die very quickly. Because you don't get to control him. He's a guest character, and he just sits there like a lemon. I'm not saying you get to recruit him if he dies as well. So it's worth trying to save him. But yeah, like, this is such a faithful representation of the original game that just doesn't serve its audience, the modern audience that it's trying to cater to. So I just feel like they needed to do a little bit more with it. I'm not saying, like, you know, this needs to be like a 5-year project where they change absolutely everything. I'm not saying that. I know that this is like a, you know, a $40 game. And, you know, for that respect, it's kind of a budget title. And, you know, it is what it is. But there are definitely some things that they could have changed to make this a more palatable experience. So yeah. So one thing I might say to people is that if this looks like the sort of thing that you would want to play, but you have an issue with how slow it is, I wonder if it's worth waiting for the other games to come out, 2 and 3. I can't say for certain on 2 because I haven't actually played it. Front Mission 2 never came to the UK, never came to America, never came to the West. There is a fan translation of it out there, but it's just absolutely garbage. So I've never played Front Mission 2, but I've played Front Mission 3, and Front Mission 3 is really good. That's really bad, Frederick. I need Frederick to survive, please. But yeah, they're going against Lost Eidolons, which is $35, and that's got definitely more modern audiences in mind. Exactly. So if you take this and put it up against, obviously, you know, Lost Eidolons is a fantasy game, which is slightly different aesthetic to giant robots, but the gameplay mechanics are very similar. And setting one up against the other, I know which one I'd rather be playing. That's right, I've got her set up as a long-range unit, haven't I? Let's get to the bone zone. Nice. So, like I said, like the long-range attacks in this game at the beginning, super duper strong. Did they make physical copies of these, or will they? That sucks. But they announced, I think it's either today or yesterday, that they are planning a physical release, and it's going to be one of those limited release jobbies. Which I totally get. I mean, at the end of the day, this is kind of a niche title. Sorry, I still have my cold. Yeah, there are physical releases. Oh, hey, Papel. How's it going? It's been a long time since I've seen you. I hope you're doing okay. Man, it really has been a long time, hasn't it? Jeez. I'm guessing this is more in line with the time of day you're available, so it's nice to see you though. Do we... No. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's bone him to death. Sadness. There we go. Keith being MVP again. Flipping heck. You're doing great. Hope the same for you. Always been away for a long time because of my academics. You're crushed underneath the burden. That's... I mean, I know academics are important, but geez, they shouldn't be like that. I hope it's alright. I hope it's not too much. I know you were studying to do some stuff, so. But yeah, I'm very happy that you're here watching me play this, you know, game for boys. This 30-year-old game for children that I'm playing. I mean, honestly, I'm playing on the Switch. I could be playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet right now, but I'm not because, you know, the people here want to see giant mechs, so we're here with giant mechs. Whether anyone's upset by that, I'm not sure. That's a good point, actually. Is anyone actually playing Pokemon at the moment? I'm watching my daughter play it, and she's having a great time, by the way. Like, she hasn't really played that many Pokemon games, but she's definitely enjoying this. God damn it, Natalie. Yeah, she's really enjoying like the collecting aspect of Pokemon. Like I said, she hasn't done a whole lot of Pokemon before, so you know that's not the novelty hasn't worn off with that for her yet. You passed your masters, nice. That's amazing. Congratulations. Nihil, yes, that's pretty much how I feel about it. You know, I could be playing the big games, but no people. I English good me. Nobody's really covering these games, so damn it, I need to go back, don't I? Otherwise, this dumb jerk Fredwick. Yes, Fredwick. I said that with it. Frederick is going to be in big trouble. Like, shouldn't Royd be able to attack these guys? So we're in level... I feel like the distance isn't that far. I should be able to attack. Wait, I've got no right arm, have I? That's probably why. Never mind, I'm tucking out my butt. Hey, Moxie. You really want to get it? I'd say it's very faithful to the original, so if you've played the original game before, you know what to expect. My issue with that is that it just doesn't compare to other strategy RPGs from this year. Your games like your Triangle Strategy, your Tactics Ogre Reborn. Those games, they feel a lot more modern than this. This game's kind of slow on this Switch. And, you know, I'm going to play through all this, but I'm going to let everybody know how I feel about it. I also have to say, by the way, you know, I'm giving this game a bit of a hard time, but I was also given a copy of this by Forever Entertainment to stream it. So, you know, I have to say that because, you know, I want to be honest with everybody. But I'm not giving them any special treatment. If anything, I'm being kind of mean, honestly. Like, but I have to be honest. I have to say what I feel about this game. Like, as much as I enjoyed the original, it's still a 30-year-old game, and apart from the way that this game looks, it's still that. First one was Front Mission 3. Yeah, Front Mission 3 is a great game. I hope that anyone who's watching this and is turned off by this game comes back when they do the re-release of Front Mission 3, because that game is much better. Frederick's gonna die here, isn't he? God damn it. Yeah. Where's my camera? Yeah. For all its faults, like the newer games in the series are much better. They learned their lessons from it, and I think that Forever Entertainment obviously wanted to do a faithful recreation of this game, and they've done that. They've succeeded in doing that. It looks nice. Like the changes that they've made for the visual design are pretty nice, and the free roam camera is very good. There were definitely times in the original game I would have loved to have one, but the game's still really slow. You know, it still takes a long time to do all these missions, as you can see here. Like, we've been doing this mission for, what, 15, 20 minutes yet? This is like mission 2. This is mission 2 in the game. And we only have, I think, 5 Wanzars. When the game gets to, like, the late game, and you have, like, 12 Wanzars on each side, when we get to that, I'm going to be skipping, like, movement and battle sequences, because the game's just going to take, it's going to take like an hour and change to do a single mission if we get to that point. So Nihil doesn't have Pokemon either. I'm finally using this as a push to finish Sword on my podcast. Ah, okay. It's been meh. See, I've heard a lot of that. I'm very happy that they've decided to change things up using this open world for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And whilst, like, you know, you should be upset about the... I shouldn't use the... Sorry, I need to heal Royd. You know, whilst people are upset about the state of the game, the way that it looks, I'm still used to, you know, older games. So, whilst I am, like, you know, maybe being a little unkind about this game, the way that it looks isn't the thing that I'm upset about, and it isn't the thing that I'm upset about with Pokemon either. I like the fact that the game is changing the way that it looks. In this, where I'm getting myself confused, I like the way that this game, and I like the way that Pokemon looks for the most part. I understand that, you know, Pokemon has its issues with the way that it looks, just from the point of it being so sparse everywhere. Come on, don't kill Royd. Okay. But the way that the game plays is what it needed. I always played Pokemon games, went about 15 hours through them, and then just ran out of steam because I was doing the same thing over and over again. In this game, you don't have to do that. You get to make different choices about what you spend your time on, and that is great. That's the same reason, like, everyone liked Elden Ring so much. If you got stuck, you could go somewhere. If you got bored, you could go somewhere. And getting bored is definitely the issue when it comes to Pokemon, or at least it is for me. So having that choice is very nice. Last time I played that was back in 2014. Oh, okay. Oh, Criminal Case. I'm not even sure I know what that is. What's Criminal Case, Pablo? So it's just been super linear so far, and I'm finally old. I can't remember any of the type matchups for fairies. I'm definitely in that camp, Nihil, where, like, if I'm going to play one of these games, I have to have my phone to one side that just goes, oh, Ghost type is good against blah 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 blah. I'm not even going to attempt to make a guess at what ghosts are good against, because I don't remember. I've been old for a I've been old for a while, let's say. So yeah, I've been used to that situation a long time. There you go. That's good. That's what happened to me. Was mad about 15 hours and ran out of steam. Yeah. Yeah, I think them having the opportunity to do like different things is the way Pokemon should be. They are smart to make that decision. What they aren't smart about is the way they go about, you know, having the game the way that it is on obviously such old hardware, which is not something they can do anything about. But the way that the game plays, they can definitely control that to a certain extent. I understand that. So one of the things I do when I'm working is listening to podcasts. And one of the podcasts I've been listening to is the Giant Bombcast, and they've been talking about, you know, how they had, is it Arceus or Arceus? I forget how you pronounce that. And that was an open world game, and they had some of the same issues in that game too, where, you know, the frame rate would drop and the game looked kind of empty and stuff. But the fact is that was released earlier on this year. Like, they're two different teams that made those games. So any lessons that they learned from Arceus probably wouldn't have been able to be implemented into Scarlet and Violet, because there just wasn't enough time to implement. So people being, like, you know, upset about the state of this game are understandably, you know, you're allowed to be upset about that. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel like you shouldn't be upset about the state of the game, because there's definitely some issues, and some of them are definitely hilarious. But you know, anyone saying that, like, oh well, they didn't learn anything from Arceus, they probably did. It's just they didn't have any time to actually implement them, because those games are from the same year from two separate teams. I'm sure they talk to each other at some point, but. No, it's saying that, like, you know, why is the game like this? Like, they should have learned their lesson from Arceus. They probably did, but not in any meaningful way to be able to change the way that Scarlet and Violet play. There just isn't enough time. Criminal Point Case is a Flash player game. It's on Facebook. Oh, no wonder I haven't heard of it. By then it wasn't released for Android and iOS. Oh, okay. Well, they aren't smart about nearly everything else. You know. It's a puzzle game, actually, which goes through murder cases of different natures. Oh, it's kind of like a... oh, what's it called? I forgot what the damn game's called now. One where the game where you go, objection! It's Phoenix Wright. It's like a Phoenix Wright game, right? Would you say that's accurate, Papple? God damn it, Natalie! Okay, JJ's gonna die, so he needs to be over here. Well, he's not going to die. Niall saying he had fun with Arceus, but he felt like a little bit like a demo as well. It probably wasn't. It was probably them trying to, you know, piece together whether or not they could make an open world Pokemon game and how well they could do it. Oh, okay. I often wondered, by the way, if, like, Facebook games were actually ever good. Oh, Ryuji. Why have I thrown Ryuji forward when he has, like, 7 health? My god. There's no guarantees I win this, by the way. I know I have the numerical advantage here, but in terms of the status of my characters, I have 0 supplies. And it just feels like my characters don't do that much damage right now. So, this could get dicey. I need to be cleverer than I already am being, because throwing Ryuji forwards with like 0 health is not the way to go. I think what we do is we body block here with JJ, use one of his repairs on the body there. That way only this guy can get to Ryuji and hopefully he survives this turn. Okay. Clutch. There we go. Okay. Is there permadeath in this? No. No, there's no permadeath in this. Unless your name is Karen. In which case, yes, there is. I'm not sure you're here for that, but at the beginning of the game, you get to watch your fiancée die. And she's... Well, you'll see. You'll see. Okay. Right, so... Are you just going to stay there? But he's going to repair his body. Because if that goes bye-bye, then all chance of winning is lost, probably. Come on, hit something. God damn it! Yes! Keith is kicking ass. It's got to be said. Like... Come on, let's get a counter attack. Let's... Come on, kill him. Kill him. Ah! He's got 1 health left. I mean, this is one of the things that turned me off about this game as well, is just the fact that, like, all the damage is random. And so you get, like, some of the skills, which are much later on in the game. You're basically at the mercy of the RNG. Which is kind of a problem, especially with the arena fights. You know, you can go into something thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna easily win this. I'm gonna win my money. Everything's gonna be great." And you go into that and you get 1 shot. Okay, he was the guy that had the specialized shoulder-mounted rockets that do a lot of damage. Having him out of the picture is very good for us. Seems like a lot of random. Yes. That's kind of the problem. You know, they needed to address that, really, in this game. They obviously haven't. Later on in the game, it becomes less of a problem because of the skills being added, but until then, you're kind of like at the mercy of whatever it decides to do. Especially, so one of the main issues, which maybe they've addressed it here, I don't know, because I haven't lost anyone yet, but in the original game, if your main character, Royd, dies, that's game over. So anyone else dies, you get a penalty to your bonus at the end of the game, at the end of each mission. If Royd goes down, though, you just lose. And when you have, like, such randomness going on, like, having him in any line of fire is kind of a crapshoot, honestly. So, there have definitely been times when I've like, oh, okay, I've been in this situation where everything's fine, it looks like I'm going to win, there's no problems going on, and then a lucky hit will happen, and your main character goes down, and then that's it, you got to do the whole mission again. Just like, Jesus. And as everybody knows who's here, like, if you have situations where you feel like you're making progress and that's snatched away from you at the very last minute, that's going to make you want to put your controller down. That's going to make you want to stop playing. And having moments like that are just death for video games, in my opinion. Like, they need to not be there. Like, if that happens, the developer's done something wrong at that point. Any modern video game that knows all the things that game developers know now about nowadays shouldn't have it. That should probably be one of the most important things that they can do, is to make sure that under no circumstances do they get into a situation where they feel like they want to put the controller down and not pick it up again. And that is exactly what happens in this game. Or I'm assuming that's what happens, because everything else about this game has been just like how it was on the SNES. So I see no reason why that wouldn't be either. Oh, Keith. It's a bit close for comfort there. Alright, let's bring this to an end, I guess. Nice. Cool. Alright. Okay, so Frederick's still there. Do we get to get him on our team, though? It's wild that it's not even a battle forecast. You hit attack with seemingly zero feedback as to how much it'll do. I mean, there are some maths that are going on. There's, you know, there's dodge abilities. There are damage abilities. You know, that are all tabularized, and they all have stats. It's just where they will hit that's the issue. You know, I have that machine gun that'll attack four times in a turn. Whether it hits or misses with all of those is completely random. That's interesting. Is that the truck? So they have changed the way the trucks look. In the original game, trucks just looked like trucks, and they carried all your supplies. But in this, they at least look a little bit different, I guess. Alright, now we have some money again. I feel like it's time to upgrade. Maybe we'll have some new weapons. Or maybe nothing. Maybe there are no new weapons. Okay, well, shows. Let's make sure everyone's got new weapons first. I think Witness here is in a pretty poor state of affairs. Somebody also said to me as well, by the way, and I feel like this is kind of accurate, most of the weapons look kind of small on the bands here. I'm not sure that applies to when they're in this mode, but some of the weapons look like little children's toys in these enormous hands. But yeah, just the time taken doing all of this is too long. I mean, I'm sure you're all like watching me do this and thinking like, Jesus, can we not just have some automation going on here? There we go. Is this on Steam or will it be coming to PC? I don't know what they've said on it. It should be. Most of the Forever Entertainment games do come out on PC sometime afterwards. Nothing's been said officially, but I mean, nobody's really surprised by that because they don't say very much of anything, honestly. They're quite a secretive group, it seems. I mean, this would be a lot better. Essentially, this would be so much easier for me to be able to capture this if I could just capture my PC footage. As such, I have to use a Switch and a capture card, which is problematic, let's say. There's some horse shit going on right here. Holy crap. Nice, that needed to happen. Alright. The good old-fashioned slugging match. Great, I missed. I missed again. He missed. I miss again. One more hit and I'm done. Dang, okay, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Holy crap. Got a capture card too from back when I was doing my sleep. Yeah, that'll happen. I'm not sure how well it will work here. The main issue I had was the handshaking just wasn't working properly. It's been a right pain in the ass. So I have a Elgato capture card. You can't really see it from here, but it's one of the older ones. It will do Switch, obviously, but it is very old, and getting it to work properly on the Switch is kind of a problem. There are definitely times when I'd be like, using the software that it comes with is fine. It's not a problem. But anytime you try to go into OBS, which is the software that we use to stream this stuff, it just wants none of it. Huh, the trucks do look different. I kind of like this design. And Pee-wee looks exactly the same as the old Pee-wee. I'm curious if they're actually going to tell us, by the way. So one of the major mechanics that happens in this game is that you can go up to these trucks and you can get more supplies for your long-range attacks, which, as I said before, at the early part of the game, they're very strong. You need, those long-range attacks to be able to do well in battle. You can go up to the trucks and get resupplied on that. You can also have like your the body parts replenished as well, but the game doesn't. It just doesn't tell you that. I wonder if I can. No. I don't think I have control over the trucks either, so they'll just do whatever they do. Which is always fun. There you go. I found a use for the map, everybody. So they're all north of us, okay. Let's go to meet them, assuming that we can do something about all that BS that's over there. Okay, they're running away. I'm okay with this. The trucks, by the way, like at this point in the game, they're actually kind of sturdy. Like they can take a bit of punishment. They don't die from one hit, which is very nice. Ah, cheers, Nihil. Thanks for letting me know. I hope it does too. Yeah, thanks for joining us and asking, you know, poignant questions. I hope the game is good. I want it to be good. So far, it's fine, but it's nothing. It needed more hands-on than it has been. So, unfortunately, it needed more than what it's been given. So, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, cheers, bastard. Why are they? No, they're running forwards. They're going the wrong way. They're going towards the danger. What the shit! I thought I could just leave them to it, but no, obviously not. God damn it! Yeah, defending like this is very strong in the early part of the game. Luckily, the enemy doesn't do the same thing, because otherwise we'd be here all day. Oh no! Here's me thinking I can just like attack these guys and they'll just stay there. No, they'll run forwards towards the enemy. God damn it. I've got to try and save them, haven't I? Come on, Ryuji. Kill this guy. We don't have time for this. Like I said, the trucks can take a little bit of beating, but they won't stand up to being in combat for too long, so I do need to pay attention to them. Rave, yeah. So everyone else, have you been actually playing Tactics Ogre Reborn? Because I actually made like a big pledge saying like, oh, would everyone like to see Tactics Ogre Reborn stuff? Because my channel is basically it is strategy RPG games and RPG games. That's all I cover on here. And you know, I really wanted to do stuff. I obviously didn't have the early access that a lot of the bigger YouTubers got. So I didn't get a chance to play the game, and by the time like the game actually came out and I had the opportunity to play it, all the stuff that I would have done had been done by other people. So I got into the situation where I was just like, there's probably not much I can do. So I haven't actually played the game yet. I really want to, and I will do it at some point. But as it stands right now, I've been playing Front Mission. I've been playing some other games actually. I've been playing some Fuga. Is it Steel of Melodies? I think that's what it's called. And that's been fun. I also played some Signalis, which is a horror game. Very much in the same style of like a Resident Evil. I need Ryuji to be over here helping me actually, because otherwise these guys are gonna die. Yeah, Signalis was interesting. It's a Resident Evil type game in the style of an anime game. Ah, TN369. I wish I was there with you. I have the game installed, like I could play it now, but there are obviously, you know, other things I need to be covering. So I will get to it at some point. Just at the moment is not that time. So I played the original. I actually have it on PSP back there. You might be able to see it at some point. I don't know. And the original was a great experience for me. I enjoyed every bit of it. I got the bad ending, the chaos ending, because you know I'm ever so slightly chaotic over here. I got a technical question, not about games, but about connecting a microphone on a laptop. You can answer if you like or ignore it. Go on, Papel. Go on, ask me about. So I use. There are two main types of microphones. Honestly, there are USB mics and there are. Is it XLR mics? XLR connections? I think that's how it is. I've only ever used USB mics, so this microphone is a USB mic, and it's a simple plug and play thing. About 40 hours into Tactics Ogre and loving it so far. Prior to this, most of them have been Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I've never played a Pathfinder game. I hear they're very good though. I would like to try one at some point. There are lots of tactics games that I've been lax on. I've played a lot of Shining Force, the Shining Force games. I like that the little trucks have little windscreen wipers. That's a cute little feature. You see that? I like the designs for these. They're actually like taking because like I said, originally these are just trucks. They're just regular old trucks, and they've actually had a go at changing them slightly. Heaven forbid. And hey, guess what? They did a good job on them. They look cool. But yeah, I played Triangle Strategy earlier on this year, and I think that game is great. It was my for a long point of the year. It's been my game of the year so far. Fans of Elden Ring probably hate me for saying that, but I prefer tactical RPGs over regular RPGs. So that's my flavor, you know. Yeah, that was great to play. I never actually did any coverage back then of that game. I kind of regret not doing so, but that's how it works out. And I was hoping to do some coverage of Tactics Ogre, but it never worked out. I will eventually get back to the game, and when I do, I'll be very much looking forward to finding out some different endings. So, you know, some of the good endings, perhaps. Okay, so Papel bought a mic. It has a 3.5mm jack on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it should be simple plug and play. But to use it with a hands-free, I have to use a splitter. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Right. So, unfortunately, this is where like you're using a laptop is a problem, because on a regular PC there are multiple 3.5mm sockets for those kinds of things when you have more than one device. On a laptop, you're very much restricted to. You've got your microphone, you've got your speakers, and that's usually your lot when it comes to 3.5mm. There might be a 3.5mm to USB adapter solution for you, but otherwise I'm not quite sure how to address what you're asking. I'm sorry to say. Sorry, Papel. I need to get back into... Boom Shankafu says, I need to get back into Triangle. Still not finished it. Digimon Survive was a fun surprise for me. See, I did play Digimon Survive, and I didn't like it. I really like the artwork, and I understand that there was a storyline going on there, and I had choices to make. I liked the choices. I liked the fact that I made the wrong choice and one of my characters died. That's fine. I've got no problem with that. It's better when it's like that. It's better when there are stakes, you know? The thing I didn't like was just that the game... Okay, the gameplay, the mechanics, the actual combat... I should have healed Keith. I should have healed Keith. The actual gameplay was kind of lackluster, honestly. There was not... It's honestly quite a lot like this. There's not a lot really going on. And for a modern game to be doing that, that's kind of a problem. And the other thing was that the game just moved at such a snail's pace. You know, I was always prepared for where the story was going. But the problem was I was ready for it like 3 or 4 steps. God damn it, Keith. I should have healed Keith. That's not good. Yeah, the story just moved at such a snail's pace that I was always prepared for where the story was going 5 steps ahead of where it was. So I know lots of people did like it. I also know people who hated it. So it was a very divisive game, and understandably so. It was also another one of those games that we weren't even sure if we were going to get it over here. Like some of the oh god damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Some of the translation and some of the because I got the PC port. I'm not sure where you played it, but some of the PC stuff that was on it was very bare bones, like, you know, early PC port type of stuff. So it's... God, Natalie. Holy shit, can you actually hit something, please? This is looking bad. We're so slowly taking down this commander unit. These commander units are tough, man. It's quite alright, don't be sorry. Yeah, Papel, I would say that's probably your way to go, is a 3.5 to USB adapter. That's probably what I would do. I'm sorry that means extra cost, but I would say that's probably the best way of doing that. It's a Marmite game. Digimon Survive definitely is the Marmite game. Yeah, you're right. Mostly enjoyed the story rather than the gameplay. I played it on the PlayStation. Okay. I wonder if it might have been a better experience for you then. The PC version is just kind of meh. It's just kind of there. Which, honestly, I can understand that. The target demographic for Digimon skews towards where like Pokemon is, where like it's a younger audience that normally wants to play those games. So, you know, the PC is normally the console. I know I said console of choice. The platform of choice for an older audience. My God, Ryuji. My God, you're killing me here. All right, Natalie. It's right there. He's right there. He's waiting for you to just shoot him. Shoot the guy. Come on. Just hit him. Hit him. Funko Pops! Alright, come on. Is this one commander unit just gonna kill both JJ and Frederick here? It kind of feels like it. They're taking so long to kill. Okay, finally. Holy shit, Frederick. Thank you. And after all this, by the way, I still have 2 more units to take care of. I knew the truck was going to do that. The truck did that so that Natalie didn't get any of the XP. Alright, we need to get Pee-wee out of trouble here, because otherwise this could go badly. Alright, come on. Come on, Ryuji. Be good. Be good for once in your life. Yes! Okay. Okay. Right, so. Yeah, there we go. Resupply. Now, does this happen in the... Okay, so in the original Nintendo DS game... I say original. The DS version, which is the one I played originally, you had to use a different button to see the resupply menu come up. Now I've pressed resupply, by the way, I get the option to get all of her long-range ammo back. So I can use the long-range abilities that, you know, Natalie actually can hit with and actually deal damage. So being able to do that is super duper important. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to be in any trouble now. That guy can't do anything. We're going to give the... That's right. We're going to give the experience to Ryuji for that. For this kill. I didn't even know you could do that. Exactly. The game doesn't tell you could do it. So in the DS version of the game, it's in the manual. Well, how many people have manuals? This is an online-only game. There are no manuals here, you know? There's no little sheet of paper that comes along and says, hey, did you know you could do this? No, because they don't tell anyone. You're just expected to know that. I do wonder if, like, I would be well served by making, like, a little, like, guide on how to play the game. You know, an online thing. Ryuji doesn't have any long-range abilities, so, you know, he doesn't have to stick around and resupply. So if we could get one of the trucks over to JJ, like, I think, I don't know for certain, he would be able to change out some of the parts that he has. So he could, you know, he could get his good legs back. But I'm not certain that's how that works. I actually, like, I never actually had the chance to use that in the DS game. So it's 5 on 2. We could be all right. I definitely think we need to use a repair on the right arm, let's say. All right, Natalie's on full. She'll be fine. I need to get JJ out of there if possible. All right. Yeah, don't feel bad about not knowing about that, by the way, because it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you this stuff. That's kind of, it's one of the main issues with it being such a faithful recreation. The same issues the original game had are here too, and that is one of the big ones. Well, JJ's not getting out of this. I don't think. The best I think we can do is hope these hit. Okay, maybe there's a chance. Come on, Natalie. You've been absolute dog poop this entire fight. I mean, okay, that's one less target to hit, so... Alright, Frederick, come on. You're up. Someone else! Oh dear. Okay, well. Yeah, defend. This is gonna hurt. Except it's not. I didn't realize that that particular missile carrier was using the Piz, which is the first long-range attack that you can get, and it sucks. So, hooray! Bone is so much better. Let's get in the bone zone, everybody. And do 0 damage. God damn it. God damn it, Ryuji! Why are you doing this to me? Oh, I used the wrong weapon, didn't I? Thank God it hit and was okay. Funko Pops, that would have been absolutely disastrous, dude. I would have shed a single tear if that had missed. On this mission, I had one enemy on 1 health for like 3 turns, as everybody seemed hell-bent on aiming for his legs instead of his body. I mean, in a nutshell, that is the issue with this game. So later on, you get an ability that allows you to aim for specific areas. The game needs to introduce that much earlier than it does. You get that, like, I think it's on mission 10. I think your characters start to get those. And they need to be so much earlier in the game than they are. It's stupid. So the way it gets around that, by the way, is like you get to aim at, let's say, the body, because that's where you know, if you destroy that, you win. You know, that's what you would aim for every time. The way it gets around that is that there is an aiming penalty for doing so, which makes sense. You know, you're aiming for a specific area, then you should be less accurate. But I would take that at the beginning of the game. It's already like enough of a hindrance to you where... Oh, yeah, it's so much of a hindrance anyway. Like, let me have that ability right now. Like, there are several times, like, later on in the game where you will miss because you've decided to just to aim for the body. It's like, oh, okay, well... Can I have that now? Like, in a situation where you're just describing that, boom shank food, like, the game would be much easier and much quicker if you could just do that anyway. So now, because Keith went down, we lose. How much do we lose? 340. What is it? Huffman bucks. I think that's what they're called. Huffman dollars. Alright, let's go back to the shop. Oi, what can I do for you? What can I do for ya? Who is the worst so far? It's Ryuji. Oh, that's a big boy, isn't it? Flipping out. Here we go. So CPU parts like will give you additions to certain fighting styles. Ryuji is a short-range attacker, so having the best short-range attack is the way to go here. But yeah, every time, like, I knew it was going to be like this. I was hoping it wouldn't be. But every time I have to do this, and I know that people are watching me play the game, I just feel like, you know, people will be switching off watching me do this. And it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be like this. Cool, better shield, I will take them. So we deal less damage, but we get more attacks. Okay, I'll take that. Now, if I could just transfer it so that every other Wanzar has this setup and give it to, you know, Jerry Can, Hunter, and Witness, how much quicker would that be? Except, you know, I have to go through every single one, do the same thing, same thing. It's such a pain in the ass. You know, if I had the ability to just do this and not have to worry about, you know, how long it's taking me, this would be so much better. You end up spending like half of your game time, well, probably more like a third, realistically, just doing this over and over again. And I get it. Like in the original game, like you had these really swish, you know, sprite work that looks really cool. But people have better things to do than just like, you know, sit here looking at stats when you could be, you know, using giant Wanzars all the time. In my opinion, that's better. So I wonder if this is... I wonder if this guy is the one of the ones where you can fight him in the arena, and doing that will get you like an extra mission to do. I forget. So let's go to let's save the game first off, and then we go to the arena, and I think Adler or Alder, I think, should be there. I could be wrong. Oh well, I don't have any money anyway, so who cares, I guess. Natalie, give a guy a break. What am I in here for? Why am I in here? Alright. Oh, is that not what we're supposed to do? Are we supposed to go to... There's something you're supposed to do and I forget what it is. Damn, I went to a different city. Oh well. Yeah, there are points in this as well, like where you're kind of wondering what the hell is going on, because you've been given rest and recreation. Well, okay. Do we talk to the... Great, I've checked over my thing. Can I... Do we go back to the bar? Blah, 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 blah. No, I'm the same guy. Yep. Cool. Ah, here we go. Here we go. There's Mei Hua. There you go, Karen. You know Karen? Yeah, I was in the same hospital as her 2 months ago. Told me all about you. So, you have to win this to get to do it, to complete the to continue the game. And I think the first couple of times I did this, I lost to her. So we'll see if this is any better. So Mei Hua is a specialist in melee fighting. So let's see how this goes. Alright, now you have no legs. And now nobody. First time. Nice. Take me to Karen. Take me to Karen now. Why don't you put me in your squad? You're mercenaries, right? You'd be traveling all over the island, right? Come on, please. You really do know what Karen is, don't you? You're not lying to me. There we go. Yay! So, we go to pilot status, I think. Yeah, there you go. If you look at her abilities here, she's best at melee attacks. That's interesting. In the original game, they actually had like a much more granular status ability on what your abilities were. It wasn't just like 9 or 11. It was, I think it was 900 or 9,000. And it was much more granular how much you increased. Just seeing it reduced to like 9, 10, and 11 is just... Oh, there you go. She has the double skill, which allows her to attack twice sometimes. Do I have any money? I don't think I have any money, do I? No. No, I do not. So I can't even... Yeah, I can't even change her over to a melee build. But whatever. Eventually we will be able to, and then everything will be fine. So we have Meiwa now. That's 6 characters in our group. We just need to find what to do next. Yeah. Okay. Do we just leave then? There we go. Disobeying direct orders, that's what we're best at. Let's go to Grey Rock, where we should see Driscoll again. The guy who killed Karen. I think we get our first chance to try and beat him. And I think he will kick all our asses. Here we go. This mission sucks on the original game, by the way, because you can't change the perspective. So having the enemies just come out from behind buildings and stuff, and you're just like, oh great, okay, I've set up for none of you guys being here. Ah yes, Paul. Paul became one of my best characters in terms of abilities. We'll be disobeying direct orders. It's that big building that's behind the big guy, weirdly enough. There we go. Let's do it. Is there a way to see Driscoll's? There we go. Yeah, so he's got 2 skills, has loads of XP, levels, like, all of his abilities are much, much higher than ours. Like 31 and 32, something like that. Let's check out everybody else's. 11, 9. So there we go. This is very nice though. I do like the fact that we finally have like a free roaming camera. I seem to remember this fight actually being quite difficult. We need to get over to Paul and the green Wanzar over there because he's going to need our help. And yeah, as you can see, he is an NPC in every set way of the word. Like, he will rush forward to his death if we don't help him. He's just that kind of clever. What was I saying before about the games I was playing? I was playing Signalis, an anime Resident Evil game. It was interesting. I wouldn't say it's the best game I've ever played. Some people seem to really like that game, which is... I don't understand it. I mean, people are allowed to like things, don't get me wrong, but it was an old-fashioned style Resident Evil game in that, you know, you had, well, not quite tank controls, it was better than that, but it didn't control particularly well. And it went for this sort of like artistic, sort of grim future sort of thing. Excuse me. and it was quite bleak. But it didn't earn any of the stuff it was going for. It just sort of like, here's this short game that by the end of it became kind of tedious in some ways. And it didn't have any of the goofy stuff that the first like original Resident Evil games had to keep you interested in the stupid like Jill sandwich kind of, you know, meme-y kind of stuff. It didn't have any of that. It was very serious, very bleak, and overly, you know, like self-important, honestly. Which is a shame, because I thought it had some potential. And I definitely heard some people say like, oh, this is a great game and stuff like that, but... The next game I do want to try and play before the end of the year is a game called Citizen Sleeper, which is a similar sort of game actually. It's meant to be some sort of like not a point-and-click adventure game, but something along those lines. And it's also one. I think I heard it described similar to oh, what's it called? What's the game called? It was a game that got the people that make it got into trouble recently. Let's have a look. I'm just looking at my Steam wishlist because it's on here somewhere. Oh, I thought it was. Did I remove it? No, Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium. It's similar. Citizen Sleeper is sort of similar to that when I can talk. And it's on Game Pass, which, you know, I'm a big advocate of. I think Game Pass is great. Being able to play games whenever you like. And, you know, they have a decent selection of RPGs on there. But there's also a lot of stuff that I would never play just because I wouldn't cover it. Which usually means I'm not going to buy it if I don't have the option to do anything with it. So having you know, this process that allows me to play games I wouldn't otherwise be able to play is useful, weirdly enough. As you can see here, though, like in these narrow areas between the buildings and everything that we're fighting in, being able to use long-range attacks when you can't be close to your enemy is very handy. Like, there's no way Frederick would have been able to do that without having his long-range attack. Damn it, Paul. There we go, Driscoll's on the move. Damn, okay. Hey, Boltonator. The 2007 DS game is this game. Apart from the way that it looks, it's very faithful in the way that it plays. There's not much else to say apart from it's that game. So, wait, why is my face up here now? Sorry. Yeah, if you liked the DS game, then you're in for a treat because it's the same game. Trying to surmise the way that I feel about this game. It needed more things doing to it, in my opinion. But you being a fan of the original game, yeah, that's what I thought. People that are fans of the original game are going to be happy with that. Personally, I hoped that they would do more with it, and I'm kind of disappointed that they haven't. But, you know, I'm sure that the what they outset for their projections is probably going to be okay for them. You know, they assumed that the people that like the games, like us, were going to get it. So, you know, we're doing what we said we would. We bought the game, so. Oh, that grenade launcher thing just sucks so much right now. Ah! Yeah, I get why people are okay with it. I just hope that they... How to say this without upsetting people? This version of the game isn't the version of the game I want. I want this to be a faster experience, more streamlined, with, you know, turns not taking like 5 minutes each. And maybe some of the balancing changes being different. Having skills be available to you from the start of the game rather than having to wait for, I think it's something like 15 or 20 missions or something like that until they come in. I'd much rather they be from the start. I know that balancing would be different if you do that. I'm okay with that. I know that's more work they probably weren't prepared to do for this. But they... I mean, there are only, I think it's literally 9 skills in the game. It's literally that few. Having them available now rather than later on in the game. I understand why it's like that in the original game, because this was... Not every game was a strategy RPG, and not everybody knew what those abilities were and things like that. Like, they waited that long because the onboarding period to get you used to the game was so much longer back then. But okay, it might be different for like a 10-year-old or something to try and play this game now. But for those of us who have played the game before, you know, the majority of people who are interested in playing this game, they know all about this. So, you know, having the more complicated mechanics come later is just a waste of time. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to, you know, shit on anyone's chips here. Like, I know there are definitely going to be people who enjoy this experience because it's a nostalgia thing. But I also want this to be something new people can enjoy. And as it stands right now, it's kind of too slow. Like, there are lots of tactical RPGs that came out this year, and really good ones too. And when you compare them, this doesn't stack up, I'm afraid. It just doesn't. So, yeah. I'm not sure what else to say other than, you know, it's a shame. Oh, there's Driscoll. One thing I definitely didn't do, by the way, when I first started playing this game was guard. I just thought, oh, I'll get him on the counter. And that just didn't work out for me at all. Guarding is, like, very important in this game. Nice. Does that open Ryuji up to attack? Yes, it does. It's a risk I'm willing to take. It's a commander. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yes, JJ. So, Bortznator, whilst you're here, do you think they're going to faithfully recreate the other games in the series as well, like 2 and 3? Or do you think they're just gonna... Because there are things in 3 that they'll certainly need to change, because... I mean, the game came out in, like... Was it 96? No, it couldn't be 96. 98? Maybe? 99? And they had some very old-ass CGI, like, cutscenes. Are they gonna recreate those? Because honestly, like, the stuff that they showed in the trailers wasn't amazing, honestly. Like, the CGI trailer for the announcement of this being made back in February was kind of meh. It was just kind of there, you know. There was nothing really special about it. But at the time, like, those CGI cutscenes from Front Mission 3 were amazing looking. The problem is that they're, like, you know, in terms of resolution, they ain't HD. And they look like they ain't HD as well. So they need to address those and do them. And do them, I hope that they do them well. Because they deserve it. That game looks great. Okay, we made short work of that commander. Holy crap. Nice. Okay. Are you there, Bortznator, or did you literally just jump on, ask me how the game is, and then go away? Is that it? Alright, Papal. Have fun with your studying, if such a thing is possible. It's funny having my daughter come home and say, like, Dad, I need to study. It's an interesting thing having that happen now. Yeah, it was nice hearing from you too, Papal. Feel free to... I'll be doing this all week, by the way, for the rest of the week, so... And hopefully beyond that too. So feel free to jump back in whenever you want to. And we can... And I can help you with other, like, you know, technical support things. Should you need them. Damn, Yuji got hit hard, though. A lot of people are going to be upset if FM3 isn't done properly. I'm one of those people. So I hope FM1 to sell enough to give 3 million. Yeah, I definitely get that. I just think people are going to see this, the state of this game, and think that they'll do the same for Front Mission 3, which isn't the way it's going to happen, hopefully. If they do a faithful recreation of 2 and... So they're going to have to do some work for 2 as well, because 2 wasn't translated. There's a fan translation out there. I mean, you know that. You should know this already, I would imagine. 2 never got released in English, so they're going to have to hire somebody to come in and do the translation work, which costs money, obviously. They also need to come in and hire somebody to do all the FMV stuff from 3. Papa, you don't need to call it kindness. You're a friend here. Don't worry about it. Oh my God, Keith! At least he can't fire back, I guess. But yeah, there's definitely work to be done on 2 and 3, Front Missions 2 and 3. And you would like to think that they would do, you know, the work that's needed to get them, you know, up and running. Whether that means they actually will or not is debatable, obviously. But as things stand right now, I think they probably will. And I think those will translate better to... They're obviously, you know, they're more modern games, so I think they will translate better. I can't say for Front Mission 2 because I've never played it, but this Front Mission game needed more to make it more in line with modern tactics games. And it didn't get that, unfortunately. Yeah, you can't just slap a fresh coat of paint on FM3 and assume people are going to blindly accept a remake because, well, all the fans aren't you and I. Yeah, exactly. Oh, interesting. I can't move the camera outside of that range. There's a reason for that, by the way, that we'll get into. That will become plainly obvious shortly, I'm sure. So the area we're trying to get to is this this hospital here. You will see why we can't move the camera so far as to be away from that. I may as well be firing goddamn McDonald's straws at this goddamn thing. Jesus Christ! I don't think that weapon has actually hit once. This guy's immortal! What can we do? This guy has no weapons. For refusing to die. Thank God, JJ. Thank you. Don't want to go too far forward in case, like, the guy over there retaliates by... So yeah, holy shit. Okay. I'm pretty sure I need to defeat Driscoll in this formation, by the way, to win the map. And I hope I have the abilities to do it, because when I did it first, I just save scum the hell out of it, and I don't think I can do that in this. Or can I? Never mind then. Okay, that is nice. That I can save in mission. Can I take some of what I said back then, in that case, because that is nice. Also, this guy not falling into my trap and moving forward for everybody to be able to hit is annoying as hell. You do not like the airbrush portraits. I'm not a fan of the original artwork. I feel like this is actually an improvement myself, but I know that's not how everybody, including yourself, is going to feel, so I can't use the remaining bone ammo I have. I need it for Driscoll. Oh, can I go round the back here? Crap, I wish I knew that before. Yeah, I kind of like what they've done with the artwork. I was never a fan of what the Final Fantasy guy did that works on the artwork for these. I've never been a fan of his stuff. So making it more normalized is kind of what I would like to see, honestly. I get it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's better than what they had. But I understand why you disagree. Who do I send in? That's a mistake. If Driscoll comes forward, like, I am screwed. What a surprise! My McDonald's straw missed. Even when it hits, it doesn't deal any damage. Keith, who has been my MVP so far, hasn't hit anything this entire map. The RNG in this does my head in, it really does. Amano, yes, thank you. I love the dead-eyed characters he draws. You can't say that in chat and say, like, oh yeah, the Dead Eyes characters are great. you understand you're sort of like countering your own argument there. In the Huffman Island setting, I don't know. I don't like it. I just feel like that for what is supposedly this realistic world setting, having this fantasy artist do this work it just feels wrong. And I get that I'm kind of alone on that. I understand. Don't get me wrong, but oh my God, Keith! Oh. Do I dare? I dare. Alright, let's attack Driscoll and see what happens. That was shit. That was really shit. Man, Driscoll is going after Mayhua something fierce, and she's just going to get absolutely destroyed. I can already see it. I do like that there's supposed to be a building in the way between Natalie and the Missileer, but we can still attack, apparently. I found that the arena battles are very frustrating due to the RNG. Definitely. Definitely. That is one of the main issues I have. Just the fact that... Look at the state of that, by the way. Just because it's just going to absolutely just rinse through it. I need to get through this one guy that is just stopping me from attacking Driscoll. I could very easily see me losing this. Nice, okay. You like different opinions? I appreciate that, thank you. I recommend this remake to a friend and he looked up the DS version up to play that on. Yeah, I totally understand that viewpoint. Why would you play, like, you know, pay out for this game when there's a perfectly serviceable DS port of it? I'm not sure that Forever Entertainment and Square Enix have a good answer for you if you say that. Yeah, but Nater's got it right. Like, just save scum it. The problem is on this, you have to go through the proper save and load feature. And just doing that just takes so much time. Oh, okay. So you have to defeat everybody else. Right. I think when I did it, I managed to defeat Driscoll. Because I hadn't defeated everyone else. Damn, that building came down fast. It was to get Mayhua. Maybe. Oh, you had to save scum to get Mayhua, right. Yeah, she can beat you. Like, she can win that fight quite easily. Karen would always talk about me. Oh, flashback. I'd forgotten about this. Oh, frame rate. Oh, no. Why is the frame rate so bad? Oh, no. What happened? Switch, are you okay over there? So, in the original game, this was just like pitched. The audio was pitched, but obviously they actually have voices available to them now. So, in the original game, this music kind of sounded weird to me always. I'm glad they've been able to how did they say that? Redub the music in this game. It does sound nice. We're concerned with the cutscene frame rate. Right there. It shouldn't be like this though. Like, I'm assuming that they're running it in engine, and that's why the frame rate just tanks. Let's build a house here where all the fighting happens. Right, is that meant to be like a waterfall? I feel like it's just... The middle bit looks like a waterfall, but the terrain either side of it doesn't look like a hill. There's something wrong with the shadowing going on in this picture. Nah. There are definitely signs of this game being done on a budget, is what I'm going to say. So what I will say is rendering all the Wanzar parts in this game would not have been an easy thing to do. And to be able to have done all of those, because there's hundreds of them, is a lot of work. And to be able to do that work would mean other things would be sacrificed. And I would imagine that cutscenes is one of the things that would be like, we are, 12 weeks away from this game going gold. We should probably look at the cutscenes now. And I could well imagine that being the case. Also that line. Natalie's got it bad. And it never really goes anywhere in the story as well, which kind of sucks in my opinion. Yeah, say what you will. I actually think the sound design in this is actually pretty good. I'm a fan of the artwork for the portraits. I know that that's divisive, but I think the sound design is actually really good. Has developed a few tactical RPGs on Steam, Void Spire, Tactics, High Horizons Gate. Okay, wow, okay. Damn. Yeah, you don't care, Olsen. Don't worry about it. Yeah, there's an actual option to find Meiwa, which wasn't there like when we had to, go searching around for the next thing to do. Looking at his stuff, it might inform his decision to prefer the DS version of this game. Yeah, I think it's important to, to give people the option to play the DS version. I know that that's not always an option for people. Like, if all you have is a Switch, then, all you have is a Switch, and that's not always an option to you. I also know that the Switch, not that difficult to break open and play emulators on, so... The secret mission's still triggered the same way, yeah. That's what I'm saying, this is a very authentic game. There's not that much different at all. Because I don't actually know. I never followed the guide when I first played this game, and I don't think I ever have. I don't know where the secret missions are, which made later on in the game much harder for me to play. Because I think at some level the game kind of expects you to have some of the secret mission like stuff, because the secret missions give you access to better weapons, right? I think that's how it works. But because I didn't have those, the game is a lot more difficult because of it. I also didn't follow the guide. I used one to get all the prototype missions. Yeah, I play the DS version out of curiosity, but my old man hands can't handle the DS anymore. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand. Like, also I'm pretty sure that the DS version would probably be as much as this version would be if you try and get it. Let's have a quick look. Let's go on eBay for a second. Mission, yes. Holy crap! Somebody's selling a version of this for £90. I'm in the UK, so that's like $100. Japanese version, full for £40. Yeah, so if you want to play this game on the original DS without, like, you know, any tomfoolery, shall we say? Wow, we lost that. Are you? This is what I'm saying. Like, having to do all this just to. Where are we? There we go. Yes, I'm loading this game. Like, having to go through all this. If you're using an emulator on the DS version, it's instantaneous. You don't have any of this garbage going on. I should never have lost that, by the way. Can't remember all of it. There's sure huge Wanzars or single health bar machines you can get. Yeah. Yeah, some of the weapon stuff, I didn't build optimally. In my first playthrough, I had like lots of long range and melee characters that ended up, by the end of the game, being pretty much useless. I won't be making that mistake this time. I've basically chosen Meihua and Natalie to have long and melee, respectively, just so that I can see if the gameplay change has been changed. You know, the leveling and what weapons have what. I'm almost certain that they're not going to be. I'm almost certain that they're going to be exactly the same. But I'm doing it. I'm having them specialize in those just to make sure, just so that we can say definitively whether they have actually done any balance changing to the game. But I'm pretty sure everyone that's heard me talk about this game now, it's pretty certain what's going to happen. I'm not going to say that this is like a lazy port or anything. It's just that it's so fateful in the fact that most things are completely the same. And whilst that could potentially work for some of the newer games in the series, for 2 and for 3, maybe 2. I don't know for 2, but for 3 that will probably be okay. But for this game, they needed to do more to it. Man, I'm starting to get hungry. I'm gonna have to make some food in a bit. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm not sure you will like this more than the DS version. It looks nice. Whether or not it's better is very much up for debate. Because I mean, if you had the opportunity to make this game back in 2007 and make it look like this, you could do that on like the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. Didn't PlayStation 3 was back in 2007? It would be like a full, you know, $60 game, but you could do it. But now it just doesn't cut it. You know, it's old. The way it plays is really old. Yeah, cheers, bots. Yeah. I mean, you're not exactly missing out on anything on screen, because I'm just getting some money together so I can upgrade everybody else. This is another thing that needs to be changed. Like, they should have really changed how much you rely on the arena. The arena battles make up, like, a huge portion of the time spent in the game because you need the money to upgrade your Wanzars. Right, so we have $5.5 grand now. We need to go to the shop, upgrade everybody. This could have all been streamlined. This whole experience could have and should have been streamlined, honestly. Oh. Oh no! Oh. Wife, where are my boat shoes? I need my boat shoes to leave the house. Oh, guys. Why are my feet so large? I know they're meant to be tracks, but they look they look stupid. Somebody screen capture that. Why are my boat shoes so large? Shall I get... I have to get these now, don't I? Just to see what they're like when you use them. Because they look so bad. Hey, Hair Frog. These look so stupid. They don't all look like this, in case you're just here now. Holy crap. I was unprepared for that. Oh dear me. Oh, it's a flamethrower. There we go, we'll take the Empire. That looks so dopey. Holy crap. Yeah, so I used like half of my money just on one Wanzar. Do I go with this? Yeah, let's try it. Check me out with my double cannons here. This stupid shoes. Holy crap. Oh, I have to do it. I have to do it. Yeah, there's no real reason to use these. Just the fact that they look so damn stupid. Oh my god. Alright, I need to go get some more money now. I have to do this all again. Like, these stupid big ass shoes. Holy crap. Oh. Let's go to the arena again. Yeah, so now that I've upgraded my stuff, like, the odds for me winning this fight were 1.01. 1.64 before, now they're 1.01. Look at the size of these damn things. Holy shit. Oh my god. Looks so dope. I love it. Don't shoot my big shoe! Oh, I shouldn't love this so much, but I do. Oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna lose here, aren't I? God damn it. Wait, is that the... No, I want this one, don't I? Got a stupid big shoes. Well, I found my favourite thing so far. I'm pretty sure the tracks never looked that bad before. I wonder what some of the hover ones... I remember some of the hover ones looking... So if you're not sure what we're talking about, by the way, I'm talking about the hover tracks that allow you to basically hover. You know, you go above the ground, and you don't... you can be in, like, in the desert, and it doesn't affect you as much in your movement. But some of those in the original game look goofy as hell. And I'm hoping they look equally, if not more so, stupid and goofy. But yeah, just having to go through this whole process over and over again sucks. Just so that I have enough money. Like, this is definitely something they could have streamlined. Get rid of the arena. Don't have the arena, but make everything cheaper. How about that as a change? Take the arena out. You don't really need it. This is the only thing it's useful for, is for, you know, making sure everyone's got enough money, or ways to get money. But it isn't easy. It isn't easy. It's just a waste of time. They could very easily take this out, and nobody would miss it. Instead, we have to do this, and... yeah, it's just not fun. I think you end up spending a significant portion of the time just doing this over and over again. RNG at its finest. Oh yeah! It saved the game, so we don't have to do that stupid shit again. Except we still have, like, I think it's like 5 Wanzars to have to outfit. So we need to do it again. Oh my god. Nobody would miss this if it weren't here. Yeah, if you guys have got stuff to do, by the way, I'm probably going to be doing this for like 20 minutes. And it sucks. Even with my giant boat feet that look freaking hilarious, it does not make this any more fun. I think I probably need to win one more time, and then I can start outfitting my Wanzars very, very slowly. Like, the setup for this just takes way too long. The missions themselves are fine. They can be a little bit long the further into the game that you go, but having to do all of this stuff is just boring. And it serves no purpose to the, you know, the story at all. It doesn't need to be there. Alright. Let's get on with some of the characters that don't have giant boat feet available to them. Okay. Yes. Get rid of that goddamn weapon that never hit anything. Like, one of the very few changes that I actually like that they've made, instead of having everything be at the bottom, when new things were added to the list of items, it goes straight to the top. So you don't have to mess with going all the way to the bottom anymore. It's sorted from the top. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Whoever had the idea to do that, thank you. Yeah, Boltonator, you're exactly right. I mean, you could literally replace that whole section with just, I don't know, a Wanzar styled like slot machine, and just have the same issues. Like, just have it be a slot machine that you can play in the bar. Let's say you go into the bar and play slot machines. That's thematically like fitting with the story. You're supposed to spend a lot of time in the bar. Just have a slot machine be in there. I mean, it's, you know, if it saves people like, you know, hours and hours of playing the game that isn't fun, like, surely that's something you should pursue, right? Nah, I don't know. Crap, I spent all my money. There we go. Back to the arena it is then. Like, this isn't fun for anyone. Why is this here? I don't get it. I apologize for anyone watching this. This isn't good. Okay, he used one of his skills and nearly killed me in one turn. Well, you can't do that again. You might not need to, though. There we go. Oh well, I load the game then. Okay. Okay, that should be gone now. Sorry about that, everyone. I guess we got some spam there in the chat. I mean, I get that these sections are, you know, annoying, but there's no need to spam chat, everybody. That's just rude. I haven't done anything to you guys. I'm playing this game here for you. There we go. By the way, people watching the chat, is there any games that you're getting before the end of the year? I myself are very much looking forward to playing some Midnight Suns, Marvel Midnight Suns, which I know comes out like this Friday. So I need to get through this game as quickly as possible, so that I can play some Midnight Suns. I don't think I'll probably cover it just because I won't have time. But nice. I very much am looking forward to playing that game. You know what, Bortnate, I think there are more people out here that like Front Mission than you might expect. I mean, the when I made a video. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I made a video of the delays, the potential delays there were to this game, and the fact that nobody at Square Enix or Forever Entertainment was talking about this game that was supposed to come out, and it was supposed to come out like a month from when my video went up. And the game, the video's got like 2,000 views on it, or something like that. Like, there are people out there that love the Front Mission franchise. And they wanted to know what was going on, and their PR team wasn't telling anyone anything. I even tried to reach out to them and just say, hey, look, are you guys going to talk about this? Because you're not doing your PR job properly. Like, people need to know what's going on. You haven't said anything. And I think about 10 days after I released that video, like, I mean, it was nothing to do with me, obviously, but 10 days after I released that video, like, they came out with some sort of a very, very short trailer, like a very short trailer about what was happening with the game, and it told us basically nothing, really. Alright, let's finally do something to progress the story. Ah, Paul. Hey, Paul. Revenge! Yes. Paul Seagriever, at your service. Thank you, Paul. Midnight Suns, Dark Tide, and this. Dark Tide's the one 40k game, right? I'm really looking forward to that. What was it called? There is a Tactics 40k game that's coming out next year. Is it Rogue Trader? I'm looking forward to that. Do I like other tactics games? Did you pick up Tactics game? Yes. Have I played it? No. I have not had time. Boom, I get that you call in the game a CRPG, but in that's a semantics word, it's a tactical RPG. In all but name. I understand why people call it a CRPG, but the lines between a tactical RPG and one of those is practically nothing. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you're with me on that, because I've released videos about like tactical RPGs, and they say, "No, that's not a tactical RPG. That's a puzzle game. That's a CRPG. What are you doing? That isn't the game." It's just like, dude, get it over yourself. Like, these are all the same thing. Every game could be an RPG if you want it to. Assassin's Creed is an RPG. Call of Duty is an RPG if you want it to be hard enough. It's just, yeah. I don't know. Putting labels on things, I get why people do it, so that you can find things that you like, but the oversimplification of this has to be this, it's on a PC, so it's a CRPG, it's just like, dude, nah. It's the same as this other thing. The mechanics are exactly the same, just the platform that it's on is different. You can't differentiate them just because of that. Yeehin. Oh yeah. Beefy friend. Have you seen Royd? He isn't that beefy. Like, unless he's got like, you know, he's roided up from the bottom. Like, all you see is his top half. Like, there's no way he's beefy. I'm sorry. No, certain I watched your video on that, and you got a new sub out of it. Fair enough, Bort. Fair enough. That was a very good video for me. Like, I don't normally get that many views, so, you know, having liked, I like Mecha, I like Code Geass, Gundam, NGE. I like Mecha, and finding people who actually like that stuff too was a big surprise to me. So, yeah, when you say like, you know, you're wondering if other people are out there, they are out there. So. I appreciate that, bots. That's very much appreciated. Thank you. One thing I'll have to take a look at, by the way, when we finish up here, is I will definitely have to take a look at where the hidden missions are, because I don't know where they are, and I will get on that. I will look at I'll have a guide up, considering the game is so similar. Like, I'll be able to get a guide up, and it will point us in the direction of all those hidden maps. It should make, you know, it will make our journey longer, but it will make it much easier. Yes, this is the reorchestrated OST. I'm liking it too. I think the sound design in this game is actually really good. So yeah. I'm not sure how... We've been going for 3 hours now, so I'll see if I can go for another couple maybe. But I am getting very hungry, so... Okay, that's an APC. In fact, it's a SAM launcher, isn't it? That's what it is. Oh, it's this mission. Oh my god, this... So, in the original game, you had this mission where you had to destroy these SAM launchers within... I think it's like 5 turns or something like that, or maybe more. I'm not sure, but it's such a pain in the ass mission because it's set in the jungle, and because the aspect ratio of the perspective, the camera is in a set position on the SNES and the DS. You can take the wrong turn, and it's not very easy to see where things are, and you can go the wrong way and get screwed over. I think I ended up. Those treads, man. Holy shit. I ended up doing this mission so many times because I didn't get all the SAM launches in time. Your mission is to clear the path for those surface-to-air missile batteries. Okay. Yeah. So Oh, I didn't go back and... oh, well. Is this the fly swatter mission? I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but this is the one with the SAM launches. It sucks. Yeah, exactly. 10 turns. We get 10 turns to take them all out. Man, these giant feet are hilarious. Holy shit. Okay, so... Yeah, there's 3 of them, isn't there? There's those 2 over there. And then another one here. And I think... I can't remember exactly, but... I feel like my first instinct was to just split up the party, but I don't think that works out very well for you. But yeah, this new map that they brought up here... Like... Yeah, it sucks. This map sucks. I hate this mission. Taking on Driscoll at this point in the game? Yeah. You eventually get to the point, though, where you can take him on. So... I do like... So I think in the DS version, like, bots can probably say whether I'm right or wrong about this, but I seem to remember in the DS version you could save mid-fight, but it was one of those saves that if you use it, if you loaded it, it would delete it. So you couldn't just, like, get to a point where you're actually doing quite well and save the game and then reload until you get it right. It's one of those pseudo-saves that I really can't stand. Yeah, it's... Ha! Stupid shoes. Hey, don't hit my shoes! Don't hit my Nikes! Oh my god. Well, that's an auspicious start, isn't it, Ryuji? God damn, he looks so dumb. He looks like the world's worst transformer. Now then, which way are we going with these? Right, we need to get rid of this guy, so... Started to replay the DS version last year, right before it was announced. And this battle was the first one I spent some quality time scumming the area. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll notice, Sports, that like I immediately saw the moth stuff and just went, yeah, I'm having all of that. Yeah, suspend save. That was it. Yeah, exactly. It sucked, is what it was. It was just terrible. Can I attack from this position? Yes, I can. Get out of my way. That did nothing. Shit. Alright. Oh, damn. Okay. Paul probably shouldn't have been at the front there. That was a mistake on my part. Yeah, the new arms aren't exactly working out particularly well for Ryuji, are they? Get out of my way! Yeah, exactly. But this thing looks stupid as hell. So bad. Oh no. I don't regret it. Not once. It looks so stupid. Nice, okay. Come on, hit something, Ryuji. I mean, okay. Not the way I would have gone, but... You committed to it, yeah. No, I don't regret it. No, it's great. It's the best he's ever looked. Holy shit, this commander is going to absolutely destroy me if I'm not careful. I might need to send somebody around that guy on the right hand side just so I can get to the SAM launcher. And just do this, I think. Oh, that's right, Mayhua doesn't have any... Maybe this is the way to go. Yes! Okay. Maybe that was the way to do it. You know what? Sending Pee-wee over there is probably the move. If I can get Ryuji over to where Pee-wee is, or the other way around, like that's probably the move. Damn. Damn. Crap. Ouch. That commander is dealing serious damage. Come on, Ryuji, do something. Holy shit. This is not working out well for him. 7 turns, okay. Oh my god. Oh, Ryuji, why are you so bad? There we go. 1 down, 2 to go. Nice. Okay. Okay. Keith is being good again.
What is it, 7 turns I have left now? It's not looking amazing, gotta be said. Like, these last two are gonna be real tough to get to. That first one on the right's always the easiest. Holy shit. That hurt. Oh, Ryuji. He's so useless. Hey, he leveled up though. He leveled up. At least his Nikes are okay. Uh-oh. I wasn't hit that hard. My Nikes are still spotless. Come on. Ah. This is going to be close, by the way. Like, I'm pretty sure that after this, I'm still expected to finish off the rest of these guys. I'm pretty sure Keith's going to die too, because he's trying to take on all of these guys. I think I need to try and punch my way out of here at the back. This is where you get into the problems, you see, because everyone gets so... Nice. So we get stuck like in these choke points here. And that's when you really start to struggle in this map. Luckily, we made good progress on that right-hand side, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, no worries. Don't worry about it. I'm fully expecting people to be AFK and stuff. So, but it's no problem. Thank you for sticking around, by the way. It's much easier to stream when there's somebody there to, like, you know, ask questions and basically be there. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, Keith. What is it, 6 turns now? 5 turns? God damn it, he literally only got his body hit then. That is utter horseshit. 5 turns. Come on. Wow. I could actually lose, like... Okay, that's one of his weapons down, that's good. I think this commander is going to be the one that's the worst for me to take on. Come on, Paul, time to shine. Come on. Oh, this is sucking. Why are they attacking each other? What's going on? Yeah, 4 turns, I get it. Come on, JJ. Nice! Come on, he's got so little health left. That was not a good exchange. I mean, that's better, I guess. This is something that could have been taken out, by the way. Like there's stuff where like they fire at each other and I'm not even sure what it's about. Like the enemies just fire at each other with randomly for no reason. I don't understand it. Yes, that's what we needed. Okay. Right, so we've got 3 turns, and the doorway is open for us attacking these guys now. One more hit on that one, and that is done. Okay, that should be that, I think. All right. No, shouldn't do that. Oh, Mayhua. How have they still got missiles to fire? I think I did this mission recently. I had to split my forces and rely on chaff RNG to bait commanders. Oh, okay. But we've got 2 turns and only 1 left to do, so... This should do half damage, I'm hoping. Even better, okay. Alright, Frederick. Your time to shine. Nice, we did it. Now I still think we have to defeat all of these guys, though. This is going to be interesting. my god, Mei-Hua. That is so little damage. Nice. Alright. That's Paul's main offensive use gotten rid of, which sucks. You know, I think I need to just do like a save game here just to make sure like I have a chance of doing this. Come on, finish this guy up. There we go. Okay. And another one. Another one! Ah! Yeah, I'm ready for the hell wall. Yeah. I find that mission easier than this one. Just because it's not a timed element. I thought there was a guy down there, but okay. Alright, Mei-Hua, it's time to end this little feud you've got going on here. You've done everything but actually attack this guy. Come on, Paul. You can do it. Holy shit. These guys can't hit for anything. For money, for pride, for... I mean, yeah, that... It's kind of weird that you're talking about the red group, right? The guys that actually have proper characters and everything. It's really strange because, like, those guys are interesting, and then you don't see anything like it ever again. There you go, we complete our mission, but get nothing for it, essentially. Oh, how demoralizing is that? Alright. We got his legs, but he ain't going nowhere. This guy's just like swinging limbs for his life. Like, I suppose whilst he's there, at least he's not using his missiles. So I suppose that's something. Come on, Mei-Hua, you can do it. One last push. What the hell? Why is this so difficult? I don't get it. What have I done to deserve this? Oh, game. Come on. finally. Holy shit. Is this guy on full health? Oh, he is as well. Oh no. He's just been patiently waiting there instead of like... The AI in this is just as dumb as it was on the DS. Like, he could have done a flanking maneuver or something. I just assumed he had, like, no health or anything. There we go, some actual damage. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Alright guys, come on. These guys have like 5 and 8 health left too. Meiwai, you need to run the hell away. I think this is it. I think this is going to be where I stop my stream for today because this map has just demoralized me with how long it's taken. This is what I was talking about, by the way. Like, imagine having to go through all of this only to fail, like, at the last moment, and then have to do it all again. Modern video games don't do that. Modern video games don't let the player suffer. Or they shouldn't. Like, they are there so that people finish them. They're not there so that people... I mean, you could say differently about something like Dark Souls or something like that, but... You know... Modern video games, when they're doing their job properly, don't stand for this kind of shit. Come on, guy. Come on, you can do it. You can't do it, can you? Oh my god. Alright, and then there was one. There's one left. Alright, that's one arm down. And that's 2 arms down. Watch him run away now or something daft like that. Now he can't run. I mean, I'm getting good XP out of this, but if nothing else. There we go, finally. Holy shit. There we go. Alright. Who did we lose? We lost Keith and we lost Ryuji, right? Yeah. Oh, that sucks, but whatever. I'd say that was pretty good to do that on my first try. Considering how much of a shit show that map can be. Excuse me. Right. We save it there. And we're calling it a day. So, everybody, thanks very much for joining me in playing some Front Mission First Remake. It is a very faithful remake. It needs more things doing to it to make it competent, honestly. If I were to give this a score out of 10 right now, it's probably hanging around the 6.5 sort of region. Again, thank you for Forever Entertainment for giving me a copy of this game for free so that I could stream it for them. I'm going to be honest and say that you probably needed to do more work on it. Honestly. But, you know, thank you either way. That's not to say that there's no promise in this, by the way. I really hope that the Front Mission 2 and free versions that you're supposedly you are working on will come out and be excellent versions of those games. I know you will have to do more work to those than you had to do for this. But that's going to do it for today. I will be back probably around about the same time tomorrow to play some more. But for now, that's going to do it. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.